Yeah, next we go through the computer languages. Here we cover what do you mean by a computer language and which are the different types of computer languages. Computer languages also called as a programming languages. Right. Um, so how the common people or interact with each other or communicate with each other, so by using a language we call that language as a communication languages. Okay, suppose that two persons exchanging the informations by using a language. Okay, it may be a Kannada, English, Hindi, whatever it may be, right? So exchanging of informations or a message between the two person. Okay, languages we call that language as a communication language. Likewise, suppose if the user or a person will communicate with the system, right? So we are using a language, we called that language as a computer or a programming language. So how the two persons or communicate, interact using a communication language. Likewise, the user can interact, can communicate with the system using a language, we call that language as a programming or a computer languages. Right. So in a computer, the programming languages are broadly classified into two types. So, which are those? First is a low-level language, and another is a high-level language. Again, the low-level language classified into two types. The first will be a machine level, another will be a assembly level languages. So, this is regarding to a classification of a computer or a programming language. So, broadly classified into two types: the low-level as well as a high-level. Again, the low-level classified into two types. The first is a machine and another is a assembly level language. Okay, let's know the computer languages in details. Okay, and its drawback. So the first language is a machine level language. So what are the features of a machine level language? So the first point, among the two languages, which are those, the assembly language as well as a high level language, right? So machine language is the only language the computer can understand directly. Okay, so without need of a translators. Okay, in a later in the later slides we come to know what do you mean by a translators and all. Okay, without the need of a translators, without the need of a converters. Okay, the computer can understand the only one programming or a computer language, we call that as a machine level language. So what does a machine language contains? 0 and 1. So we call that 0 and 1 as a bits. 0 is a bit, 1 is a bit. So how the English language, okay, what does the English language contain? The English language contains alphabets. It may be a upper one or it may be a lower case. So what does the Kannada language contain? The Kannada language contains what, swara, vyanjana. So likewise, the machine language contains only two digits. So we call those two digits 0 and 1. Now how the user communicate or interact with the machine in a machine language? Yes, so the user can communicate, interact with the machine computer using a machine language just by using zeros and ones, a sequence of series of okay, continuous zeros and ones. So why user only use 0 and 1 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so as we know the computer can, the machine language contains only two bits. Okay, that is 0 and 1. So whatever the instructions given to the computer in a machine, that must be a combination of a series of a sequence of what, 0 and 1. So one instruction in a machine language contains a collection of a group of 12 bits. In the sense, the 12 bits form one instruction in a machine level language, right? So as a machine can directly understand to the computer without need of a translator, then why we go through an assembly as well as a high level language? So there is a major drawback in a machine level language, that is so very difficult to identify the errors, mistakes. So we called errors, mistakes in a programming language as a bugs. So ಏನು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. So for example, just I give some instructions. So 12 bits form a one instructions. So here okay, as we know in a features, the user interact with the machine in a series of zeros as well as a 1. So in 4 instruction, okay, there are some bits are highlighted in a red color, so okay, that is called as a mistake, errors, bugs. Okay, as a instructions in the form of a zeros and ones, suppose if 2 digits or 2 bits are interchanged, ಈಗ 1 0 ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದನ್ನ 0 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಗ ಆ ಎರರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಆ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ನಾವು ಪಿಕ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗಿದೆ, ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ 0 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 1 0 1 ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎರರ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಓಕೆ, ಟು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ದಟ್ ಡ್ರಾಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ದ ಡೆವಲಪರ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್, ರೈಟ್, I said earlier there is a word a translator ಅಂತ. Okay, so let's know what you mean by a translators. Okay, there is a user 1 and the user 2. User 1 know English, user 2 know Kannada. User 1 don't know Kannada and user 2 don't know English, but those two persons have to communicate each other, they have to interact each other, but they don't know, the user 1 don't know Kannada, the user 2 don't know English. Then how communication, interaction will be possible? Yes, it's possible with the help of a third person. We call that third person as a translator. Translator know both the Kannada as well as English language. What the translator will do? Yes, so if suppose if the user 1 send a message to the user 2 in a English, right, so the translator translate that English message to the Kannada, okay, and transfer to the user 2. Now the user 2 can understand what the user 1 send a message. Okay, now the user 2 has reply to the user 1, but user 1 don't know Kannada. So now the user 2 reply, okay, to the user 1 a message in a English. So now the translator translates the Kannada to English, okay, and send it to the user 1. Now the user 1 can understand what's the reply from the user 2. Okay, like this way the translator can translate English to Kannada and Kannada to English. With the help of the translator, the user 1 and user 2 can communicate with each other. Okay, now comes to the assembly level language. As I said earlier, among the two languages, assembly as well as a high level language, machine is the only language can directly understand without the help of a translator. In the sense, assembly and high level languages can't directly understand by the machine. Okay, why? Because in assembly as well as high level languages, okay, it's made up of a symbols, then it's like a English like languages. Okay, but the machine understand only 0 as well as a 1. So whatever the instruction given in assembly and high level, that must be translated to which language? Machine language, that is in the form of zeros and ones. This translation will done by translators. Okay, yeah, so that's why assembly language can't understand directly by the machine. So why assembly can't directly understand by the machine? In the sense it not in the form of 0 and 1. Then what does the assembly language contain? Yes, the assembly language contains symbols. We call that symbol as a mnemonics. Andre the user communicate with the system in the form of a instruction, form of a symbols. We call those symbols in assembly called as a mnemonics. Yes, so as we know, assembly can't directly understand by the machine, so we need of a translator, which is that assembly language translator, that is called as a assembler. Okay, yeah, assembler ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? The assembler translates okay ಯಾವ language ಇಂದ ಯಾವ language ಗೆ, from assembly language to machine level language, right? Suppose the user has to give instruction in assembly level language, the translator, the assembler, okay, translate to the machine level language. Yes, for example, ಈಗ ನನಗೆ 2 + 3 ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಷೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 2 ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ zeros and 1, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ದ zeros and 1, 3 ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ zeros and 1. So suppose the same instruction I will give in a assembly level language by using a symbols ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ನಿಮೋನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಬಲ್, ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನಿಮೋನಿಕ್, ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಟು ಕಮ 3. ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಸಬ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸನ್ನು, ಸಿಂಬಲನ್ನು, ನಿಮೋನಿಕನ್ನು ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ MUL, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೀ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ದೋಸ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಡ್, ಮಲ್, ಡಿವ್, ಸಬ್, ಲೋಡ್, ಕಾಪಿ, ಜಂಪ್, ಓಕೆ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮೋನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್, ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಯೂಸರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. Even though while the developer develops a high level language, yes, to remembering those n number of symbols, mnemonics in assembly is a tedious, difficult task. ಓಕೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸನ್ನು ನೆನ್ಪಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಯಾವ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ ಹೈ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜನ್ನು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಿಕ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟರ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಮಷೀನ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ದ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಲಿರೋ ಕೋಡು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮು ಮಷೀನಿಗೆ ಬರೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹೇಗಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, 0 and 1 ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, the next will be a high level language. Like assembly level language, high level also can't directly understand by the machine, but the user can easily understand, the user can easily write a program, easily write the instructions using a high level languages. Yes, user, then how the user can communicate, interact with the machine in a high level language. Okay, so in a high level language the user use English like languages, and just by using an alphabet, digits, then symbols. Okay, likewise, okay, here also we need a high level translators, compiler or interpreter. Assembler is a assembly language translator, compiler and interpreter is a high level language translator. Okay, what the help of a compiler and interpreter? It will translate a high level language to machine level language. So okay, we can see in a picture, we are giving an instructions or a program to the computer in a high level language that will be translated by the compiler or interpreter to the machine level language. Okay, so now what the instruction we given in a high level language, so when comes to a machine level language, it must be in a first series of sequence of zeros as well as a 1. Okay, so this is regarding to the computer or a programming languages. Okay, here we come to know which are the different programming languages. What do you mean by a programming language? The language used to interact with the computer, right? Then which are the different types of computer or programming languages, definition of translators, and some of high level translators and assembly level language translators, and the features, drawback of a machine, assembly and high level languages.